to order.
And now
Because here we have a quorum. I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda, including July 31st agenda and May 29th
So moved.
minutes. Second. All in favor?
Turn this thing
All
on.
right. Any public comments? We don't have any public. And I don't have any chairperson comments. And anybody on the committee have anything to say? All right, it's all yours, Ben.
Right, if you're okay, I'm just gonna go right down the list, the 7, A, B, and C. Parks update to start with, Ripple Creek Park is finally starting to dry out earlier in this, basically summer, I guess you could say. It was pretty wet down with all the rain. But things are starting to dry out, so we're able to get everything mowed and clean back up our normal, park routine down at Ripple Creek Park. Summer baseball is completed at Ripple. So at this point, that park just do our daily maintenance, keep it up, maintained. I know that this golf course got mowed last week and maintained. And we haven't had any vandalism or any issues down there, so Ripple Creek has been good. The splash pad has been, the last couple of days, been quite busy, which is good. So no big change down there. The rentals are, summer was good. It's starting to kind of wind down. We're down to 1 or 2 rentals a weekend. You know, a lot of weekends we do some days Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right now we're down to about 1 a weekend. So it's good. Good to see that used down there this summer again, as always. No issues down there with maintenance or vandalism or anything like that. The only big change down at that park is the Fun Fest committee and the Lions put up a flagpole. Basically just did a joint project between the two organizations and put up a big flagpole down there. So no cost to the village. They paid for installation, and that's up right now and being used. So thanks to the Lions and Fort Fun Fest for helping out with putting that project together down at Alexander Park. We'll move now, unless anybody's any questions on the parks, any calls or concerns from anybody. I know the biggest concern we have right now is Ripple Creek. The playground said it's going on 25 years old. You know, we've kind of beat that around in this committee for the last couple of years. It's something we'll address budget time and move in the next year. Some options we can do. I have been working on a few different options that we can bring to the table, trying to get some grant information from different playground people, and reached out to Legacy. They obviously, if you've driven in Wisconsin Rapids, they've done quite a few playgrounds throughout the different schools in Wisconsin Rapids. So working with Michael to see if there's anything coming up that maybe we can apply for to try to improve that. So that'll kind of be the topic here in the next year or so. Let's see what we're going to do with that. It's the guys maintain it. It's not a safety issue, but it's going to come a safety issue within the next couple of years. So I try to want to be proactive what we're going to do moving forward with that. The bike trail down on Port Road and 54, we're just waiting for the overhead beacon, which is probably 3 or 4 months out, unfortunately. I don't know, there's some backlog, which again doesn't matter to us because that bike trail officially will not open until we get the other leg up for Bunker done. So we're waiting. The pay apps and things will be kind of a standstill. We won't pay out that part of the project until it's completed. So we'll probably have a pay app come through, everything up to except for the beacons, then we'll have another pay app come through probably in October or November.
What do you mean pay app?
So basically paying out the project. So the project gets paid. Basically, when we pay a project out like that, it's when they get the work done, they send us a pay app. We pay it for this the work that's been done. So we will not pay that project all the way out until we have it completed. So it's going to be a three pay app situation, where normally a project like that could have been a 1 pay app. We could have it all completed. We'd have paid it out completely like in August. But now we'll pay out whatever that's done as of August 1st. They're probably going to bill us. We'll pay them out, and then we'll pay them out for the rest of the overhead once it's done.
So what do you anticipate is the payout so far?
Well, the estimate on that project was 150, I think. So I'm sure, I don't exactly. I mean, that comes out of Legacy grant. I don't know the exact what the breakdown for the overhead beacons is going to
But are we paying for that light, or that's part?
That's all ours. Yep, everything on the bike trail is ours. That's not part of the, that's nothing to do with the state project. That was all added on.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Madam Chair. Is
they were doing their work on 54 there, I just kept watching this to see what the anchor was gonna look like when it was done. Coming off the bike trail to the north through the old cattail patch. And then where they've got it marked to the island and then over to the north side of the road. You couldn't have scripted it any better. I mean, that sucker is going to be good. And it should be safe if we get people off their cell phones when they drive, but otherwise, they did a hell of a job laying that out.
You know, and we're also working the next part of the road project going into Coosa. We're working on the cattails to see if we can't trim those down a little bit for future because it could be a kind of a hazard. So we're working with DOT and the DNR and then the road project going into Coosa, which starts any day now. We're trying to see if we can't get that cleaned up a little bit to help visibility.
Construction boys helped out on the north side, they're going.
Yeah, so that's where the bike trail's at. The rest of the bike trail moving on Verbunker is about 30% designed. Again, I kind of get an update here. We haven't met in a while, but back in May, the process was once the summer hit, they could get in there and work in the wetlands and the different areas, get design work all done. Our plan is to have complete design work done here in September. And at that point, we'll probably meet with the homeowners. We're not going to be putting the bike trail on anybody's property, but there's a chance we're going to be doing some shaping, some grading of homeowners' property. So we'll meet with each homeowner and just discuss the situation, what we're going to be doing. This winter, we're planning on doing some tree removals and get as much as we can get done village-wide, crew-wise. And then next spring, have it paved and ready for open by, I'd like to say May, but it'll probably be June. So that's what I have for the bike trail. Unless you have any questions on that.
Just make sure you talk to Josh on the old Oakschlager farm up there. You don't want to talk to this.
So then the last thing is music in the park. Last meeting, we talked about the school has their back to school night on original date of the 28th of August. Reached out to everybody and we're going to move that to Wednesday, August 21st. That way there's no conflict with the school and we can end our last music in the park on August 21st.
Do you think it'll be dry enough down there to move it back down?
Yeah, that's the plan. We'll try to move it back
Okay.
to the actual park. I know people did call me. They're going to be bringing in their concessions and stuff. So we're hoping to move it back below for sure.
Okay.
So we have flyers going out on that here in the next week and get our signs up and that'll be the end of music in the park. And then we'll move in the next event will be the trunk or treat downtown, which will be October 27th. So probably early October, we'll get the flyers out for that event. See if we can get some volunteers as always to come down here and help support it.
You said October 27th?
Yep, that's a Sunday. We moved it to Sunday. Last year we tried a Wednesday and with that after school and school activities, unfortunately, I don't think you were on when we decided these dates last year as a committee. I don't think you were on this committee, but we decided to move to Sunday. So I think we're all still in favor of that, Jen and Betsy.
Do you have something, Blaine?
I'm kind of curious for those music in the park. What kind of tenants you have there? Like,
Varies. I mean, some nights there's 100, some nights there's 2. You know, if there's baseball going on, it brings them down. It depends on the weather. We did 4, I believe. We cut it back this year till 2. So we definitely, and I think that was a good decision. You know, it's not a burden on the budget for the village. It's not doing it every month, and this is just kind of way we do one in the beginning of the summer and one in the end. So,
thank you.
so that's all I have for an update.
Anybody else? Any old business? Any new business? Any correspondence?
I haven't seen it.
Anything for the next agenda item?
Next agenda item, I'll just bring in our budget stuff. We'll bring our 10-year plan to the table and where we're set for budget for this year and looking forward to a 2025 budget.
All right, and you want to do the meeting? I don't have my planner with me because I didn't come from home. Next month, the same before Pitt?
I don't have a problem with that, but
What day? Let you guys make the decision.
Yeah.
Without my planner, I'm pretty lost.
What is today, the third, fourth?
So you're going for the 28th,
28th.
28th, okay.
5 o'clock?
Okay. Let's see that. August 28th is back to school night.
That is back to school night,
So, I mean,
which
it won't matter for me anymore. I just don't know if it matters for you as far as kids or
it
if
might,
you have to be there or.
it might. I don't know, she talks to Chip about if I'm supposed to be there or not, so. I'd assume I'm
Do you want to
supposed to.
wait until the board meeting to decide?
Yeah, just so I can get a answer.
All
I
right.
don't know,
All right, if there's nothing else,
back to school.
Just
night.
want to thank Jen. She's
Back
been
to
honest
school
with me. I
night.
think, well, she's on last term and this term, so she was
Mhm.
good at it at the park. She helped with these events and getting information from the school back and forth, so hate to see her go, but I appreciate all she's done for the parks committee.
absolutely. And the board as a whole. All right, what time is that?
I have 5:12.
Well, yeah, we stand adjourned.